I am back with another tutorial for Halo 4. This time we are going to be doing Infinity on Legendary. And I'm going to actually have to break this mission into two parts. That's the length of this mission. This is the longest mission in the speedrun as of today. The world record is a 14:52 held by me. And this mission is also debatably one of the hardest missions in the game, besides Midnight, which is the last mission of this game. This mission has a fair amount of combat, but also has a fair amount of skips as well. So we're going to start off moving left, and one of the biggest skips of the game actually happens right off the bat. So we're just going to be muscle running and trying to execute slide jumps. Not really much movement tactics here besides just trying to slide down the hill. We don't grab the DMRs, and we also don't have to grab the IFF tags here. Now, you're going to follow this tree, and our goal is to make it down there. So we can just run, jump, and perfect. Crawlers cannot shoot you up here when you're on this. You're just going to follow the trees. These trees will block you from enemy shots, and you can also almost run up here. I'm just slowing down so I can show you the path that I'm going. We're going to sprint and jump. Two crawlers will spawn, and you don't have to kill them, but I kill one just so they don't shoot at me too much. Now this is where the trick happens. Normally you're supposed to proceed forward, but I'm being shot at a lot right now. If we make a hard left, there is these branches here. There's a rock right there. We're going to jump on first. We're going to make it to this rock, and then up there onto the tree branch, the tree trunk or tree branch. So you walk forward. I like to jump, land on this rock first. So jump, you land in the crease, then jump again. These rocks are slippery, so jump. Oh, gee, let me start over. Hard to do slow. The slower you go, the harder these jumps are as you slide. So you jump once on the first rock, jump on the second rock. Now you're going to jump a third time onto the lip of the tree branch, and this is you're going to do a crouch jump here onto this ledge right here. So jump and crouch and hold crouch. From this point on, you're going to make a hard right up here to walk up this rock. I'm going to show this just one more time so that you can see. So here, jump on this rock to then to the tree branch lip. So jump, 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 crouch jump. Make sure you don't run too far, or else you will fall out of the map. So now we're making a very hard right. Simple jump up, and it gets very dark here, even for me. I don't know how well the capture card will pick up this area. So what I do is just follow this rock here. I run forward and I just jump and hop. I try to land up on a tree branch. Jump on right now, and you'll be up here if you just run and jump. After this point, you can just hop down to this tree branch and run through. Now, as you can see, I actually got all the enemies in, which means I ran too far forward in the very beginning when I started the trick. So what I'm going to have to do is restart. But that's a good lesson. If you run too far forward in that little cove, you will actually spawn in all of the enemies. So this is going to be a good chance to re-demonstrate what I'm doing, and you can see the movement that goes along with it. So constantly muscle running to recharge my sprint. It's good to melee up high and cancel your sprint so your sprint charges on the way down. Your momentum will carry, so you want to cancel your sprint as you're high up as you're falling. So don't walk too far forward in this cove, so we're going to make a hard left, jump, 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 crouch, jump, oop, slid, crouch, jump. There we go, make sure I'm not falling off. Run forward, I'll jump in. This time I've actually missed the lip, which is interesting. Well, if you miss the lip, you can just navigate your way through the tree. It's not no big deal. Then you can come down. See, this time the knight didn't spawn. And what this does is it actually spawns the rest of the enemies, the rest of the section. You miss a major load zone, so all these enemies that you would fight are gone. So you don't have to worry about them. And this is the same route we use on the 360 version as well. Once again, I am doing this on the Master Chief Collection. This version is currently the fastest version of Halo 4. So it's a version that I'm being forced to use. Actually, and on easy, we don't actually use tree skip because it's slower by a few seconds, which means you have to deal with all the enemies. So once you proceed through all this normally, you're going to just, you have to normally walk all the way around, go up all of this, weave around, and you end up there on that platform. Controller vibrates loud. Nice. So you're going to walk up to here, and you're going to just jump on this lip. I missed it. You're going to jump on the lip. Once you're here, you're going to just jump into here, because this isn't solid. You can jump right up, and you can make it an FF tag. So it's a nice simple jump. So jump on the lip, jump there, and you grab the IFF tag. Trade out your AR for the DMR, because precision weapons are very useful for taking out crawlers. In the first half, this mission deals with Prometheans a lot. Now we're moving on to Checkpoint Bravo. Debatably one of the hardest points of the entire game, and unfortunately, I'm going to have to pause the video at certain points, because this upcoming section heavily relies on saving the Marines on Legendary, which sounds crazy, but saving the Marines will save time. Start off with the Magnum and DMR. You're going to run forward, use the Magnum save ammo, 2 shots into the crawlers, grab the shotgun to your right, then book it, grab DMR ammo, and park yourself up here on this rock. Take out these crawlers so they don't have a chance to shoot at you, and shoot this Watcher, because he can shoot you from a later point. This point on, you're just going to book it, hugging the left, making sure not to get stuck on tree branches. And I'm going to do that one more time just to re-demonstrate. Now, it is completely possible to run through without killing anything like this crawlers or the Watcher. The chances of you dying are a lot higher, but it is definitely plausible to do. The reason why I killed the Watcher is because he can shoot you once you're on top of that platform that we get to the very end. Whereas the other enemies, like the crawlers, aren't really able to shoot up that high. Uh-oh, this time I did a slide jump, so I'm in a lot of trouble right now. And I made it. Very nice. Once you're up here, if you wait long enough, you get your shields back, and sometimes you get a checkpoint, which is what I'm trying to do right now for this tutorial. Got it. Now, in this next area, you're going to just kill the crawlers so they don't bother you later. So you can just jump over them and ignore them. And this is where I have to go fast. So, before we start, there's going to be a series of crawlers that we have to kill, and to one knight and one Watcher. The crawlers will come in 2 waves. So you're going to start off with 3 crawlers and a Watcher fighting the Marines. Then you'll get an additional wave of crawlers that come down from the right side of the tree. And once after you kill them, you will have the knight come down. Sometimes he'll teleport down where the 3 crawlers came from, or sometimes he'll come down in the big pathway, which I will show when I pause the game. During all this, up more on the hill, there will be 3 crawlers parked up there, and they will stay up there, and they will constantly shoot at you. And your goal is to take all the bullets for the Marines that you can, while not being killed. Because after you clear this hill, you're going to have to save the Marines for a holdout section. And if you have Marines, you can make the fight much easier because they will assist you. And you can perform strategies that will save you about 20 seconds and it'll just make the clears much easier to do. So I'm going to try to demonstrate this just a few times to show what you can do and show different RNG type scenarios. So we're going to get the crawlers first. I get 2 right now, but the third one will pop up. There's the third one right there, so I got the watcher. I like to, if I can, get a few pot shots up here. Then here come the 3 from right down in the trees. I'm hitting my shots really good right now. Wow. The knight teleported here this time. This is the best case scenario for the knight. Also for knights, the best way to take them down is the shotgun melee shotgun combo. That is by far the best scenario for taking out the it's very effective, very helpful, and much faster than using other weapons like railguns or anything like that. Now I have all 4 of my Marines right now, which is good. If you walk up here, you can get a checkpoint, which I got. Aim at the first watcher, the watcher on the right first, and this knight will usually teleport up. Same thing, shotgun, melee, shotgun, and there'll be 3 more crawlers, or 4 actually, 5 actually, moving up, and now we just move up the middle. Oops, I missed my shotgun shot. So that is prone to happen if you're not quick enough with your shotgun or melee inputs. And may spawn the turret there. That's not good. If I spawn the turrets, that's bad because they can definitely kill the Marines. So I want him gone. Pulse nades are very effective at taking out Marines. That knight teleported, as you see. He'll always teleport here. Easy for a backsmack. I need to see how many Marines I have. I have 2, which is I'm going to revert because I want to get the Marines my first time through. So I got the. That was a much better playstyle. Start my frags because shit. My Marines are not doing work actually. Usually the Marines take out your crawlers on the right side. My Marines are not, which is unfortunate. That was really late in spawning because he threw a pulse grenade at me, which is actually really nice. Just shot my Marine in the ass. Okay, got 4 Marines, good. He'll teleport down here every time. If you're fast, you can meet him up there and do the shotgun melee shotgun combo. And you want to grab the railgun for now and stock up with DMR ammo. As you can see, I have all 4 of my Marines, which is best case scenario here. Because they will line up on turrets, and they will help assist me as this holdout fight goes. Now, after this is done, I'm going to reset the mission. I'm going to do this fight without the Marines. Actually, I'm going to do this mission without the Marines, because your first time through, more than likely, you're not going to save these guys, because they're very hard to save. And sometimes, if you even play good and kill everything very fast, the Marines will kill themselves. They'll throw grenades at their own feet, and sometimes it's literally just impossible to save them. So I'm going to demonstrate this fight in the 2 possibilities of what you can do to 2 ways to encounter this battle. So there's going to be, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 6 night spawns that we're going to take out. I'm going to show the fastest way and easiest way first. Well, we will actually encounter 4 knights and leave the Marines to the other 2 that we're going to take out. We're going to leave the Marines at 4 knights. We're going to take out 4 knights, and we'll leave the Marines to take out 2 on their own. Which sounds like it's very simple, but Marines are very special. So that can be harder than you think it is. And we're going to pick off the crawlers as soon as they come down. So these knights are always scripted to spawn in the same spots, and their behavior will never change. So you can memorize these spawns and take out this fight very, very easily. So you're going to switch DMR. I got the checkpoint. There'll be 3 crawlers first. You're going to take out. You need just 1 crawler dead, but it's easier to take out all 3 so they don't bother you later on. Turn around. First knight's there. Over here we got second knight. Try going for the back smack. If you don't, that leaves the Marines with 3 knights. Now you're going to come up here and just pick off the crawlers as they come down the hill. Hitting their hitbox in their head is very difficult, and it is easy to miss. Now, this is wave 2 of crawlers. So this moves fast, so I'm going to be doing this multiple times. If you miss a crawler, it's alright. Make sure you take out this watcher before he can spawn in more crawlers. My 5th knight actually spawned already, which I need to show where he spawned in at, which is right here. And I'm going to finish off with the backside of the final knight. I'm going to re-demonstrate that so I can show the spawns a little bit better, because this part can be very difficult starting off. So I got 2 crawlers. First knight spawns there. Second knight spawns there. If you don't get the back smack, don't worry. The Marines, if you have all 4, they can usually handle it. Got all but 1. That's good. There we go. The 5th knight should now spawn in right here. That's fast enough this time. So the railgun, so I grabbed it. The railgun to finish off the DMR. More DMR ammo right here on the rock. Finish off the last knight with the spawns. I'm going to actually delay my checkpoint here. So the way these knight spawns are going to work is the first knight spawns right here in between these 2 rocks. So easy for the back smack. Over here spawns knight number 2. If you do not kill this knight, he is scripted to do a bunch of very weird teleports. I mean, very weird teleports. So I will, I'll show how to deal with him if you don't have Marines, as he can be a nuisance. 3rd knight is tied to spawn once you kill 1 crawler from that first initial wave of the 3. So you can kill these 2 knights and not kill any crawlers. And then once you kill 1 crawler, the 3rd knight will spawn right here on this peak. Then once that knight's dead, the big wave of crawlers, the first one, will spawn from right down here. And once you kill all but 3 or 4, a 4th knight will spawn right here. So you can easily run up and backsmack him. Then we'll turn around, you have the wave of 3 crawlers, and then the watcher. And then 5th knight will spawn right there where you saw I railgunned him earlier. His spawn is very similar to the 4th knight. 4th knight spawns right here. 5th knight spawns right over here. And then to top it off, last knight will spawn right here every time. I'm going to show this version one more time just to get a better showing of where the knights will be. I'm actually going to show where they spawn and how they spawn. So knight 1, knight 2, knight 3, okay, the DMR from the side is very hard. Hitboxes are very tiny on crawlers. Yeah, my rifle's a hell of a lot easier to use than DMR in this situation. I'm getting beat up. Oh wow, I'm gonna die here. The Marines actually shot me. Nice. I'll try it one more time. Oh, also another fun fact. If you assassinate by holding down the melee button of this knight, you will actually delay the spawn of knight number 2. So you can go over here in time. Since I killed 1 crawler, he spawns and he always spawns a watcher immediately. That's why that knight's an issue. Which I'll explain when we don't have Marines why he is a really big issue to deal with. So this is the big crawler wave, or the first. Technically it's the 2nd wave, but it's the big main one. I'm going to pick off all till 4, or the Marines will take it out of view, so I can't really count them. And knight 4 will spawn right here in front of me. Very nice. Then the 3 crawlers and the watcher will spawn. After you kill 1 crawler, the watcher will come alive. There he is. And 5th knight will spawn right over here, so I railgunned him. And last knight will spawn here. Very nice. Okay, now it's time for me to just restart the mission, so I can show how to do this now when you don't have the Marines. So this is going to be worst case scenario in Infinity. That case I just had was the best case scenario, where I had all 4 of my Marines alive, and that fight can be really easy with all 4 Marines. And you can do that very first strategy I showed, where you wait down at the bottom of the hill and let the Marines deal with the 4th and 3rd Knights. But the second way of doing this used to be the old route of doing it, mostly because we never had enough Marines because we weren't good back then, or weren't good enough to keep all the Marines alive. And we said no, we could camp like this and leave the Marines do the work. But this is the old way and the harder / slower way. Oops, missed the crouch jump. These trees are very slippery. They're just like the rocks in Forerunner. They can be very painful to deal with. It made it on the trees. It's very dark. I'm sorry if you can't see anything, but yeah, there's no way to brighten that up. A lot of these tricks do come with just practice and just muscle memory of execution. You gotta practice them once or twice to get good at them. The tree skip looks like it's really simple, and it is, but it's very easy to get tangled in the trees, just because it's so dark and all the tree branches are slippery. A good par time for this very first section of movement, a really good time to aim for would be about 2 minutes and 10 seconds. I can usually get like 202s on Legendary or Tree Skip, but a good par time would be around 210. So if you ever practice, if anyone ever practices this, it'd be a good reference time. So Magnum, DMR. Just waiting for the cutscene. There we go.
A topographical scan of the area shows a break in the foliage north of here. Should be big enough to bring in a dropship for evac.
Pick off the crawlers. Watchers down low. The reason why I grabbed the shotgun here is just in case a crawler likes to wait up here. You can shotgun him and survive, which is very nice. I'm going to wait for the checkpoint just in case I mess up. Oh, I missed. Oh, wow. There we go. Because sometimes you can go through this whole section on Legendary and not even get a checkpoint till once you're on holdout, which is never best case scenario. These guys got stuck down here, which is weird. Just ignore them, they'll go away. So, yep. Good, and got a bunch of shots there. Yep, so you're going to have crawlers up top always shooting at you. So it's good to try to shoot them up a little bit too, so you don't try to get too crazy. This time I got the Knight RNG where he stays up on the hill. This is worst case scenario. He came down though a little bit, which is nice, so it's good, all good. I have all 4 Marines still. If I save all my Marines, I will kill them before the holdout fight. If you move slow enough, you should get a checkpoint here every time. If you don't get one, then the game is just being rude. So, now sometimes this Knight here can stay up the top of the hill, and that's really bad RNG, and that's worst case scenario. Unfortunately, there's not really a good way to play that out. You just have to kind of hope for the best. Wow, he beat me up again. It's a good thing I got that checkpoint. Maybe I was just too far away or something when I did that. Okay, I got all 4 Marines. I can get him. I saved all 4 of my Marines again. Okay, since I'm going to kill my Marines in a second, the weapon setup you want to have is a little bit different than the previous setup. You want to have a light rifle, if you can. If you can find one, that is. I want to find a light rifle. I unfortunately can't find one at the moment. But, he had suppressor, didn't he? Shoot. I killed the one Knight down here. He might have left if it didn't despawn. Oh, it probably did. Yeah, it did. That sucks. But don't up here have one? Or you have suppressor? Nightfall isn't really necessary, it just makes the upcoming section that all weapons despawn. Damn. This makes the next section a little bit easier. So you want him. I'm just call my Marines now. So I can show how to do this without the Marines. Actually, Allie with me. See your Magnum so I can headshot you. Oh Jesus. Well, I thought this was going to be the hard part of the mission. Oh my gosh. That's one. Oh, they're mad at me now. I think that's all of them. We only have 3. Okay. So they're all mad at me and done. That's fine. Each getting more ammo. That's interesting. So now I have no Marines. This is a worst case scenario. All Marines died on the uphill clear, and I'm actually in a bad predicament where I don't have a light rifle. Light rifle will make this next section really easy. So we're going to approach this in a very similar fashion as we did the first time. We're going to kill Night 1, but instead of killing Night 2, after Night 1, we're going to kill the 3 crawlers and get to Night 3. Because Night 2 will do some weird teleporting scripts, which he'll jump 3 or 4 times, like in a row, and he'll end up here for some reason. After we kill him, we can focus on the big crawler wave, and then work through afterwards like normal, like we did the first time. And I'm taking the shotgun, so in case I get any crawlers close to me, I can be able to shoot them with the shotgun. Normally I'd like to have a light rifle, because the 3 burst spread makes killing the crawlers much easier. They say in their hitbox is much more manageable. So we're going to run down, we're going to hopefully kill all 3 crawlers right in a row. That is what we're hoping for. Unfortunately, I did a bad job of that. Okay. Okay. We're going to actually reset. That is, oh, wow, I didn't get a checkpoint at all. That's, wow, that's actually kind of amazing. Never got a checkpoint. Never not gotten a checkpoint after putting in the console. That's so strange. That is actually really weird. Get my rifle. There we go. Good news, got a light rifle this time.
The Marines got trapped trying to get through these doors. Look for an interface.
Okay, well, good news, they're dead much quicker. So we're going to try that again. This time I'm not going to miss the night. Should get a checkpoint. I guess I'm not going to get one. I must have checkpoint glitched myself. Nice. So all 3 crawlers that time. We're going to kill Night 1, ignore Night 2, and we're going to wait up here for Night 3. Right there. Night 2 is going to jump again right there. Yep. Now we're going to park ourselves right here and wait for him to spawn in. He drops his weapon, then go for the back smack. And here's where we want the light rifle. Or these guys, they will come in here and they will wreck everything. The most important thing is to never have the crawlers get too close to you, because if they melee you, they can strip all your shields. Now there's been a lot dead, so Night 4 is on his way in, and now we're waiting the next crawler wave. So crawlers down. Here comes the Watcher. Actually, needs to be less than 2 crawlers alive. Sorry, it's the other way. All the crawlers from the previous wave plus 1 crawler need to be dead for that Watcher to spawn. And Night 5, moving through, just like last time. Night 5 can be slow sometimes. Like really slow. Wow. I declared everything that time. That usually isn't the case. Strange. Oh, I missed. And that's the way to do it without the Marines. I'm going to do it one more time, even though I'm way back here, just to demonstrate how it works. So I'm going to keep a Marine or 2, just because the majority of the time you will keep at least one Marine, which is fine. It's a situation to kill one.
The Marines got trapped trying to get through these doors.
All 4 of them still? Jesus. Okay, I'm gonna kill him, so I at least have 1 less than normal. So normally you'll have 2 Marines, 1 or 2. So this strat works even with all 4 Marines. I got the checkpoint this time. Hooray. Guess I couldn't get it while I was being betrayed by enemies. The same strategy. Pick off all of the crawlers. Leave Knight 2 alone. He's not useful. Also, in backsmacking Knights, make sure to aim for like in their bottoms, their lower back, and it will be much, much easier to hit them. Sometimes you can hit them in the back and they just won't care. Oh, they killed Knight 2. That's why he's not spawning. Okay, so the Marines are actually good at combat, which sometimes they will, sometimes they won't be. They'll kill the Knights. So, I got really lucky, and they killed Knight number 2 for me. I was waiting. Make sure not to be meleeed by crawlers. Very dangerous on Legendary. And watch out for the Marines, they'll kill you too. A little late for Knight 5 that time, because he spawned much faster. And that is the holdout section. Very nice. Now to go back and grab the railgun again after this fight, no matter which strategy you're doing. The first way I did this with the Marines had me have a railgun, so about this. So you're going to pick it up if you don't have the Marines. This next section is what we call evac. Evac is a pretty straightforward section. Not very hard, but it can be rough and comes to trying to save time. A little bit of iron, a little bit of lux actually in this section. So you want to railgun and DMR this guy. Throw 2 frag grenades, take out the jackals. And your goal here is to kill all the Covenant as quickly as you can, because this spot is on a timer after you get a certain bit of dialogue. You're trying to trigger the dialogue fast. So I killed him. That's dialogue right there. I'm shocked how quickly the Didac unified these Covenant. Once that dialogue comes in, the Phantom will come in. There's no real strategy for clearing this room on Legendary. It's just try to kill all the Covenant that you can. And after that, you can just clear out the rest of the enemies. Hiding back in this cave is totally plausible. And grunts and enemies can't really come back in here. So hiding back there is a very plausible spot if you get in a bad situation later. So 3 jackals hopping off on that side, 3 grunts from this side. This part's all on the timer, so it doesn't really matter. You're just clearing the room. We get a checkpoint here. Maybe not. Okay, I did. Now there's 4 possible spots in which Knights can spawn. I will show you the spawns in a second. There's 2 scatter shot Knights coming in. Both of them need to be dead, and there's 4 possible spots. I like to stand behind one of them so I can instantly backsmack a Knight if he spawns there. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It's just luck of the draw. That's why I said this section can be hard for saving time, because it's all luck-based. So first spawn, I like to camp on. This is my favorite one, right here. I have full access to everything. I got fortunate and got him to spawn there. Then you can railgun the next Knight, and done. I'm going to see if I get different spawns now. Nope, I got the same set spawns, set energy. Okay, so I'll explain what the other 2 are then. Wow, I got shot by the Phantom a lot. So, the other 2 spawns, one is right here. So, if you kill the Knight there, you can easily sometimes turn and kill this Knight here. The other spawn that you probably saw was the one that spawned right over here, where I got direct access from my spy stood there. The other one is literally right here, next to. The reason why I like to go in this spot is because I am shielded from the one that's close to me to my left, and I have full view of the other 2 Knights as they spawn in. So I shouldn't be surprised. Now, if the Knight from this way teleports, he'll always teleport to right here. If the knight from over here teleports, he usually teleports somewhere over in this area. And the one right here will usually teleport back here. I've learned that from experience. Sometimes that is subject to change. It just kind of luck of the draw, like I said. Now, it's kind of hard to explain this section, but when you come in, the goal is to kill all the Covenant, and you need those 2 Skyshot Knights dead for this Pelican to come in. Once this Pelican comes in, you're able to proceed to the second half of the mission. Now, those 2 Light Rifle Knights in the very beginning that are with the Covenant do not have to be dead for this Pelican to come in. Not for sure why they don't matter, but they don't. So you can keep those 2 Knights alive in theory, but they'll be always shooting at you, so you kind of want to kill them just so they're not in the way. And I believe that is it for part 1 of Infinity. This is by far one of the hardest sections of the entire game. Very intense combat, and a lot can be RNG based. Well, I'll see you next time when we go on to part 2. Thank you.